This is Boxing Tickets NI. We're here at the Gerber Community Hub and delighted to be joined with the MAGA tag, Tommy McCarthy. Tommy, you're 3 weeks out from going for obviously your second obviously European title. Obviously after what is just over a year you've been out of the ring, I'm sure you're delighted now that obviously you're getting back in the action. 3 weeks time you become two-time European champion.
That's it. It's a big opportunity, make a wee bit of history, and buzzing for it.
I think the only other holder of the European title twice, I think Matthew Macklin, I think maybe right, so maybe might become the second.
I don't think it was Macklin. It was another guy from, I think, can't remember his name, from like the 50s or 60s, from back in the day. I don't think it was Macklin. I think Macklin won it and then went on to start challenging for the world title. But I'll be the first one on my street to win it twice, so.
And obviously, I know Mark obviously said to me last week in an interview, you obviously tried to make so many fights and it sort of didn't happen. People turned you down and things like that. But for you, obviously, when Mark was giving you that phone call, they go, we've got your fight news and it's a European title. Were you sort of more relieved than anything? Because I know obviously there was talk of the Guillemarian fight in France and TV messed that about, so it's just relief to get back in there.
No, like I said to Mark that I didn't want to have any more small halls fights. The rankings have been coming out, WBA, ABF, I was top 15 month after month. I was going, surely I can get a big fight here. You know, my credentials and my record and my ranking should warrant a big fight. So I says, Mark, if it's not a big fight, I'm not interested. Next thing, he got me a
Guillemarian, I think, was locked in.
Well, no, the first one was, he phoned me and he says, right, you're gonna go over and dealt with I'd went over and sparred him, dealt with Maltanac had pulled out of the purse bid, so he says, like, you're in there, you're number 12 with the IBF, so, and they know you and we've built a relationship, so that there's what I put for voluntary, and then that didn't happen. And then was managing for the EBU, but we hadn't heard anything. And then Guillemarian came around, so this all happened in the space of a week. So we got the Guillemarian one locked in, signed the contracts and all that stuff. And then so I was just training for the fight, but 2 weeks before the scheduled event, it all flopped. So to be honest, I kind of just went, you know what, this is just a nightmare. Like, I was pissed off with boxing, and then the European title came around, and you know, it's credit to Mark. Mark has to be, I'm not saying that I'm biased because he's my manager, but he's the best manager in world boxing, and you know, he proves it time and time again. Anyone who's signed of him, he'll get you the opportunities. Like, obviously it's up to the individuals to win the fights and but he will get you the opportunity to progress your career. As long as you win, he'll get the doors open for you. So, you know, it's a great opportunity to become the two-time European champion, even to have over a year out of the ring, and there's no like comeback fights or anything, which I could have had if I wanted, but I wasn't interested in them. So to go straight back in championship title, top of the bill over in Poland,
It's obviously as away soil. Obviously, I know you've obviously had your fights in Italy, and obviously you seem to love it, the away days. Obviously, winning the European title again, obviously that's not your primary focus. Obviously, getting a world title and win the world title, but obviously winning this European title again is going to help you massively in the rankings. We've obviously seen cruiserweight boxing just become, you know, explosive at the moment. Obviously, we've seen Jayo Obatai obviously make his UK debut in Blistering, but obviously you've been in there and you've sparred with him and everything else. Yeah, obviously, it just seems to be everything spread, so there's going to be an opportunity there where you win the European title and the next thing in it's world title.
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, it wouldn't be fair if we didn't speak of your other half. Obviously, Tyrone, obviously him and Lewis are obviously a few weeks after your fight as well. What a fight that's going to be in Belfast on the 2nd of December.
Yeah, great fight. You know, an all Belfast clash, and Tyrone's looking good. Tyrone's in a similar position to me. He was training. Like, our fights were meant to be a week apart, so he'd spent the summer training for a world title fight as well, so it's great for him that all crumbled. So it's great for him to be able to get a fight in a big arena. So he's looking good. And
obviously it helps your podcast as well. Obviously, rather than just the twos being grumpy, going, we can't get a fight, we're getting fat. What are we even boxers anymore? He's going to obviously now speak about your fights now in the podcast. They go, I've got a fight, and then obviously when you won the European belt, and obviously in Tyrone's his fight, he's had more to talk about, I guess, rather than speaking to everybody else. You can speak about yourselves and what you can do in the ring yourselves.
Yeah, well, truthfully, what I've found since we started doing a podcast is nobody really cares about boxing. It's a wee niche market. So unless it's, mainstream, like high profile stuff, unless you're talking Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, nobody gives a shit about boxing. So our podcast isn't a boxing podcast. We were talking about current affairs and all that. So fighting obviously does give you a wee bit more content, but where you fight or you don't fight, the podcast is still going to be lit.
It's flying as well. He's obviously done 2 live shows now, and you've always been flat out in the comedy. You've been everywhere, like nearly sort of looking at the weekly basis and going, where's Tommy off to do the comedy? Obviously, it's good where you can have things like that, particularly when you haven't been fighting, to keep the mind active and everything else, because all you could do is just go, well, I go to the chippy today. You have things to keep yourself active. And obviously, who knows, you come in here and have probably your career best performance in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, definitely. That's it, comedy. There's more to life than boxing, so I'm just trying to maximize my talents and my ability to do other things. So, obviously I'm a boxer primarily, but I'm a comedian now, I'm a podcaster, and
MC as well.
MC. So anything that's going that I am comfortable and confident that I can do, I'll go for it. So.
Well, listen, thanks very much for your time. Obviously, I know the next fight's about to start here, but obviously, wish you all the very best in 3 weeks' time. I can't wait to see you coming back with that famous blue belt once again.
Yes, definitely. Can't wait. And make sure you all subscribe, Whiskey and White podcast. Thanks very much.
Cheers, Tommy. Take care.